Q&A, baby. So a few weeks ago on my Twitter, I asked people to give me some questions, just some good ones. Like mix it up. It could be whatever you want. No holding back, no holds barred, uncensored. And I forgot that I did that until today. So I shall be answering some of those questions here today. I just feel like it'd be cool to do little Q&As like this every now and then. I know a lot of YouTubers do them and stuff, but I feel like it's just a cool way to like interact with your audience and, you know, have you guys get to know me a little bit better or whatever. So out of the hundreds and hundreds of questions I got, I picked not a whole lot, like 7 or 8, but I ramble a little bit, so this video is probably gonna be long as shit anyway. Either way, make sure you're following me on the old social medias so that if I ever do another Q&A, you can get your little question in there. Without further ado, let's get it. At Hypestar15, was making the DenkOps channel a mistake? Yes, it was. So for those of you that might not know, at the beginning of 2019, I launched a second channel that was meant to be like specifically for the random gaming stuff and like maybe reactions and all that nonsense. And the main channel, this channel, would just be wrestling and wrestling related content, etc. As 2019 started to go along, and I was just consistently doing wrestling content, wrestling video, kind of like the same game over and over and over. I was like, this might not have been the best idea. Just having one channel be focused solely around one game or one specific thing. Like I really didn't want that. You know, I enjoy variety. I enjoy just the random stuff every now and then, you know what I mean? So instead of just banging my head against the wall forever and ever and ever, a couple months ago I put up a video saying like, you know, the dankoops channel would be not continuing anymore and everything would just be compiled onto the main channel, because at some point I was just like, this is my channel. You know what I mean? Like this is what I built. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, it's had its higher ups and its lower downs, and it's my child, you know what I mean? Like it's my baby. So splitting the audience, I don't think was that great of an idea. And I have no problem like admitting that it was a mistake to do that, but I'm glad I did it because now I don't have to wonder whether it would have worked or not, because it didn't work for me. Maybe if I kept at it and just pushed, you know, more random stuff on that one channel and then really went hard on wrestling on this channel. But as a lot of people know, wrestling, I haven't enjoyed it as much as of late. The game is not great, so it's just not a lot there for me right now. So it's always been important to me to focus on more than one thing. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, long story short, yes, the dankoops channel was a mistake. This is actually a great segue to the next question, which is from Ephus MLB. Does it get annoying that your other content doesn't get as many views as your wrestling stuff? I love your other videos like Spider-Man, Batman, and even Firewatch. Oh, damn, Firewatch. That game was pretty lit from a while back and it feels like it deserves more attention than it gets. First of all, thank you for that. It's funny because that exact reason is why I launched the dankoops channel. I'd be like, wow, okay, I put up episode 137 of WWE My Career Mode. It's got 100, 150, 200,000 views, whatever. And then I'll put up like, you know, Batman episode 3 or 4, whatever. And it's like, definitely not as much. And I'd be like, wow, that kind of sucks. Cause like the Batman video is probably better than the wrestling video, but that's it. Not everybody's going to see it that way. So I was like, okay, well, if I just put wrestling on this channel, then all the views all the time will look consistent. And then I can have my other channel to like experiment and stuff. I got so caught up in view counts and individual video view numbers. And as a YouTuber, that's so stupid to do. Like you should always be in tune with what your audience wants, obviously. But at the same time, you can't like live and die by view counts, because it's gonna do exactly what it did to me, which is put me in a position where I was not that happy. I was just hanging out this wrestling content, like, oh, video after video after video. And like, okay, yeah, the views were really good, but I was not enjoying the content I was making, you know what I mean? But the thing that's like important to remember is this channel was pretty much built on wrestling content. You know what I mean? Like I had 30,000 like 30,000 subscribers before I started uploading wrestling content, and wrestling content is the stuff that brought me to 100,000 and then 300,000, 500,000 and all the way up to 1 million. So now that I'm moving away from that to an extent, I'm still obviously going to do wrestling content because it's fun to do every now and then, just not every single friggin' day. Now that I'm kind of like moving away from that, the views obviously are going to fluctuate a little bit because now I'm introducing this new type of content to people who didn't necessarily sign up for that. You know what I mean? So it's not right for me to like get frustrated or agitated about it because it's, to me, this whole thing about YouTube is I love the process. Like I love watching the subscriber count go up and watching more people, you know, follow me on Twitter and all these other different places and interact and be excited about videos and excited about content and excited to interact with me. Like that's the shit that keeps me going. So as long as some people come back to watch, man, I think I'll be all right. I think I'm doing okay. Oh, hey, I heard of this guy, CM Pulse. Do you think that Shuri will defeat Chihiro Hashimoto for the Sendai Girls Championship, considering Shuri is taking priority booking with Stardom, yet is staying a freelancer? I'm so glad you asked me this question. I'm thinking Shuri is gonna wanna solidify a situation where she is available for the opportunities that present themselves at her via Sendai and Stardom. Sendai. So to answer your question, yes. At Whatchamacallit, I think you were trying to put on muscle. How has that gone so far? Not great. I actually haven't been to the gym at all so far in 2020, which makes me piece crap. But in my defense, things have been a little crazy as of late because I actually recently bought a house and I'm going to be moving soon. I haven't really talked about that on the channel yet, but it's been taking up a lot of my time and headspace. So when I move, when I get where I'm going this year, man, if I'm not, it's way more jacked than I am by the end of the year, I'm gonna be upset. At EPW Show, what do you think WWE Games needs to do to capture their lost audience back? What do you want from an AEW game? What does 2K need to do to get their audience back? They need to act like they give a crap about their audience, number one. I'm so shocked that there hasn't been like a free DLC or like, the thing that has bothered me the most about this whole like WWE 2K season is that nothing has made them change course or like divert paths. It was like, the game comes out, here's the first DLC, here's the second DLC, here's the third DLC, and then we're done. And it's like, no matter what happens in that time, they're never willing to like veer from that. And that's an issue because that, like, if something goes wrong, like what happened this year, you don't give yourself a chance to get back in good with your customers. So at the end of the day, we need more transparency, I think. I see a lot of other game companies and game developers and publishers, whatever, they have community managers or whatever on their social accounts that are always interacting with people, and it's like everything that comes from them, I feel like is just all business. Like, you're not actually talking to any one specific person. They need more transparency. They need to assure people that what happened this year is not going to happen again, which means they should open up the development process this year. They should be filming stuff. They should be filming, them doing their face scans and body scans for the superstars. They should be doing behind the scenes stuff, showing what features they're trying to put in. Like, show people. Don't just tell people. Like, show people that you're really trying to bust your ass to make a really good game. I think that's how you get back in good. As far as an AEW game, just give me a goddamn fun wrestling game. I don't care what's in it. Treadmills would be great. If not, whatever. Just give me something that's like fast-paced and enjoyable and works online, something I can play with my friends, and something that's not gonna break every 5 seconds. I know I'm asking for a lot. At SGF Mr. LT, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? NSYNC. All day, every day. I used to get so mad when people are like, "Ugh, Backstreet Boys are better." No, they're not. No, they're not. They're really, like, have you watched them live? Have you heard, like, no, they're not. Like, NSYNC is fun. Like, don't get me started. Are there any specific YouTubers you want to collab with in the near future, potentially, at Ruled the Day? I always thought that me and Dashi could make some really funny stuff. So I'd love to do some stuff with him. Like Jacksepticeye, I think, is like one of the coolest dudes on YouTube. There's a lot of people know, like, YouTubers get a certain type of like reputation and stuff just for kind of being full of themselves and like just oblivious to the rest of the world. But like people like that, people like Dashi, people like Jack, people like Mark, like those kind of guys who like solidified themselves as good people. Like, I don't care if you have 10 million, 20 million, 30 million subscribers. Like, if you're a good person and I think you're funny and like a good creator, then like I want to, like, I would love to work with you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to put myself in a position where, like, I do so much solo content, so freaking much solo content, thousands and thousands of videos all by myself. And like, it wouldn't hurt, I think, this year to kind of reach out and try to do some collabs with some of these guys. This is just expand the audience and just do new shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person that wants to consistently be doing new and exciting stuff. So this year, it's definitely gonna be a priority for me to try to collab with some more people. So if you guys have suggestions or some of your favorite creators, hit them up and be like, yo, work with the boy DenkOps. At LDI415, you're given your own talk show. What's the name of the show? Who's your first guest and why? Damn. The name of the show is the late as fuck show with Christopher Lamar Aloysius Denker. First guest, I'd say probably The Rock. Probably Dwayne. You know what I mean? Like, I have a good conversation with first guest, pop my ratings a little bit. It is what it is. But having my own talk show would be pretty damn sick. I'd be okay with that. At T Drinker Live, drums or flats? Flats. At Ryan04 plays 04, would you ever consider going back on America's Got Talent? Hell to the no. Finally, at Whiteside116, thinking of beginning a YouTube channel. Any advice on the tech I should invest in? This is a question I get asked all the time, so I might as well answer it in a video so I can just link people to the video and say, watch this part. I think there's a misconception that you need thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment to start a YouTube channel, no matter what type of channel it is. And that is 100% false. It also depends on what type of content creator you're gonna be. If you're gonna be a gaming content creator, I hate to break it to you, being a gaming content creator is probably the most expensive type of content creator that you can be. Because you're talking about, you want multiple monitors, and you know, you gotta have a really good computer that can game and render videos and stream if you're gonna do streaming and all type of stuff. And you're constantly spending money on new games and accessories and all that type of stuff. I'm telling you, capture cards, microphones, so much stuff goes into being a gaming content creator. But you can honestly get away with a decent USB microphone and a decent USB video camera. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be the Sony 65,000 AX that like you see your favorite YouTuber use. It doesn't have to be that yet. You can get there, you can build up to that, but it's also like, I kind of look at it like, if I was gonna start today, right? If I had never done YouTube before, after YouTube's kind of been a thing for so long, and I decide I want to start today, if I go out and buy the most expensive computer and microphone and capture card and video camera and software, and I'm already hiring editors and I was like, no one is gonna see you grow and change and become something else. I think one of the coolest things about YouTube, and people that do YouTube for a long time and are fortunate enough like myself to be able to build an actual base and group of people that want to watch, is like, you get to see how far we've come. Go back, but go back if you happen to be extremely bored and have literally nothing else to do. Go back and watch my like first couple videos. They're so bad. The quality is bad. The microphone is bad. The video is bad. I'm not talking at a good pace. Like, it's just, all of it just sucks. So don't get caught up in, I need to have the best shit and the best looking stuff and this and that. You need to focus on what you're putting out, the content, you know what I mean? Everything else is gonna fall into place. Once you know what you're passionate about, what makes you happy, what you wanna do, what you wanna upload, everything else you can look up for yourself. What type of video camera is best for XYZ? All that stuff. The hardest part is figuring out what your process is gonna be, what your upload schedule is gonna be, what type of content you're gonna do, how much you're gonna edit it, how little you're gonna edit it, how long your video is gonna be. So much stuff goes into the back end of this. And I think it's something that not a lot of people realize. I know a lot of people think that this is like the easiest job in the world. And don't get me wrong, it is by no means, you know, friggin' rocket science or doctoral things. Like, I'm not doing anything that's, you know, life-changing to anyone, but I put a lot of work into what I do, and I put a lot of pride into what I do. So as long as you're of that same mindset where just focus on the end product, focus on what the people see, and be the best you can, do the best you can, be the best person that you can, and don't expect anything in return. Legitimately, don't expect anything. Don't expect money, don't expect recognition or fame or whatever you want to call it. Do it literally because you love it, and everything else will just fall into place. Okay, that's that. I rambled on enough. I had like 6 questions. I'm over here for a half hour. If you guys got more questions, leave them down in the comments or hit me up on the old social medias. I appreciate your support and just the fact that so many of y'all have stuck around through all the ups and downs, all the crazy shit. And I say it a lot, but you know I mean it when I say, like, we're just getting started, because things change, right? Things can change at the drop of a dime. This year, I at this point, I planned on having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wrestling videos, you know, already in the bag and uploaded, and we're enjoying this game, and look what happened. Right now, I'm just like, screw it. I can do whatever I want, and I'm gonna do whatever makes me happy. So now we get to like experience all this stuff and experiment together and grow the channel, and I'm excited, man. I'm in a good mood. Like, I'm moving. I just bought a house. Like, things are pretty great. Things are pretty great right now. I really have no complaints. So just thank you guys, like, for being here. I know I say it all the time, and I don't want to sound like I'm pandering, so I'm gonna shut up, but just thank you guys, for real. That's that. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the thumbs up button before you go. I'll see you next time.